WBZ News, honored to receive the Peabody Award for overall excellence.
Now at noon, gusty winds creating big problems throughout the area today, bringing down trees and taking out power lines.
Blustery conditions continue this afternoon, over 40-mile-per-hour gusts when the wind settles down.
A cheating scandal at Fenway Park, the mysterious mark that could cost a Yankee pitcher part of his season. They're sold as the healthy alternative to cigarettes, but are they really the new crackdown on e-cigarettes?
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News at Noon starts right now.
Gusty winds causing some problems across the area this afternoon. In Andover, winds brought down this tree, creating a big mess. If you're headed out today, hold on to your hat. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kate Merrill. Thanks for joining us today. Winds are whipping across the area right now. In Billerica, a large tree came down right across the roof of this home, and another hit a car just sitting in a driveway. In Uxbridge, a similar scene. Winds toppled this tree, blocking a roadway. Our Sarah Conji's live in Andover this noon, where crews are working on the cleanup. Good afternoon, Sarah.
Good afternoon, Kate. The winds are still whipping up pretty good here in Andover. We can hear it howling through the trees. Take a look at the damage that has been done here on Woburn Street. National Grid is here. They've got crews working on trying to get those power lines back up. Some of the cleanup's already taken place here. So take a look at the video. I really want to show you this tree. This is the problem. This old tree, winds just brought it down, and that pulled down the power lines onto the road and then snapped a utility pole. Now, luckily, no one was hurt by this, but power instantly went out around the neighborhood. We talked with some residents earlier.
We were like downstairs playing on the Wii, and then the TV just went black.
So it was just like a banging, crashing noise outside of the house. We thought it was our lines being snapped, but so good to know it wasn't just us.
Now, it was a pretty old tree, and Andover police say they often have this problem with a lot of the trees in the area. Luckily, so far, this is the only problem in town. Again, no injuries, and the National Grid crew here tells me it should be a few more hours before everyone gets their power back. Live in Andover, I'm Sarah Conji. Kate, back to you.
Right, Sarah, thank you. Winds are also howling in Boston right now. A live look at the city shows. Flags are whipping. Todd Gutner's here with the AccuWeather forecast, and Todd, we'll be dealing with these winds, I imagine, for a while.
Yes, Old Glory getting knocked around at lunchtime. Additional issues down on the campus of Bridgewater State University. A large tree and the entire root ball taken up there on the campus, and that caused some problems there. And we'll have additional ones throughout the afternoon. So what's causing this? Well, our wind flow map shows the center of an area of low pressure pretty well out here south of Nova Scotia. This is a large low, a strong one. And we're on the backside of it, getting these gusty northwest winds. At times, we've had gusts over 40 miles per hour. We just had a gust of 44 miles per hour in Nashua and close to 40 in the city of Boston. And we'll have the opportunity, unfortunately, to get these strong wind gusts right up through dinner time. And then the sun sets, and we should see these winds settle down and diminish with time overnight tonight. And tomorrow, less wind, but just as bright. So we'll get into some details in the extended forecast, including your weekend, which looks a little wet at times, Kate. That's coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Todd, we'll see you then. Thank you. A cheating scandal at Fenway. A Yankees pitcher caught red-handed. Last night, Michael Pineda was on the mound when the Sox spotted something mysterious on his neck. Manager John Farrell looked at several camera angles and complained to the umpire about what appeared to be pine tar. That's when officials investigated and decided to give Pineda the boot.
Michael, it looks like pine tar. Was it pine tar?
Yeah, I said pine tar. Given the last time we faced him, felt like it was a necessity to say something.
There's that substance of jury.
This was the second time the Sox have noticed the pine tar when playing against the Yanks this year. Today, the Yankees said they're embarrassed by the action taken by Pineda. Right now, it's not clear what his punishment will be, but the expectation is that he will be suspended. In the minor leagues, the violation is an automatic 10-game suspension. And the New York Daily News having fun with this little scandal. The headlines this morning, tar wars and pine in the neck. And the New York Post with this front page today, tarnished. On the back page, a picture of him with a caption, pine nut. Seems New York fans are just as embarrassed about this incident as the Yankees brass. Police are upping the patrols in Haverhill this afternoon after 6 women have reported seeing a man exposing himself around Monument Square in the last 2 weeks. Witnesses say the man's in his 40s to 50s with salt and pepper hair and a beard. He's between 5'7" and 5'9", and he may be wearing a ski mask. Call the tip line on your screen if you have any information. An overnight fire in Hamilton puts the lives of an elderly couple in danger, and they have a police officer to thank for their rescue. Our Bree Season is live in Hamilton with this story. Bree?
Hey, Kate, good afternoon. 28-year veteran of the Hamilton Police Department, Sergeant Karen Wallace, has seen just about everything over the course of her career, but sitting in her patrol car in this parking lot this morning, she got a call at 4 a.m. that would lead to a first for her. That would be running into a house where there was a fire and trying to get the people outside. When you're going into the house, what are you thinking about?
I don't want to be going in. Please come out. Yeah.
When Sergeant Karen Wallace arrived on Savoy Road, she found herself negotiating with an elderly man inside the front door.
I had to escort him out of the house, got him out. While I was speaking to him, I noticed up the stairwell, as the house was filling with smoke, an elderly woman pacing back and forth.
Now unable to get the woman to come down without her shoes, Sergeant Wallace had to go back inside and upstairs.
People can be very emotional, attached to their residents. You certainly understand that.
Firefighters arrived soon after and doused flames coming from a mattress. No major damage was done to the home, and the couple, along with a 5-year-old and his mother, also made it out without injury thanks to a brave sergeant. The state fire marshal is now helping Hamilton investigate the cause of this fire. Sergeant Wallace, however, like most cops often do, gives credit to somebody else. She says the real hero is a 5-year-old boy who was inside and smelled the smoke and woke his mother up, who then called for help. Live in Hamilton, Bree Season, WBZ News. Kate, back to you.
All right, Bree, thank you. A Lunenburg woman is getting a mental evaluation after police say she went on an attack with an axe. According to authorities, Rhonda Vervanis went after her boyfriend, critically injuring him with that axe. Then police say she went across the street targeting her neighbors.
She axed the door. She took an axe and cut this open and broke the lock, so my husband couldn't get outside.
A window was also taken out in that attack, but Ravanis never got into the home. Neighbors say she has a history of problems, with police visiting her home several times. A 15-year-old boy is charged with murder in connection with a botched robbery. 18-year-old Amoy Blake was shot and killed last week. Police say Blake and another teenager were trying to rob a 24-year-old, and that man had a license to carry. He pulled out his gun and he shot Blake. We should learn later today how the teenager is connected to that case. A warning this noon for people in the Quincy area. Police say 2 small pets have been attacked by coyotes recently, so they're asking people to keep a close eye on their animals, especially at night. Developing news this noontime, an attack on a Kabul hospital has killed 3 American doctors. A security guard at the Cure International Hospital opened fire as the doctors were walking in this morning. The victims include a father and son doctor team and a physician who has worked at that hospital for 7 years. An American nurse was also injured. The guard was hurt in that attack but taken into custody. He was later put into surgery under heavy guard. Well, they claim to be safer than traditional cigarettes, but the FDA is not so sure. The push to regulate e-cigarettes and the changes on the way. And just days from opening, but another new Wegmans could mean more than just another place to shop. What drivers in the area need to know.
You may have donated, thinking you were helping local veterans. But some say
They're a scam. They don't run any programs for veterans.
and the I-teams aren't. The states even ordered them to stop asking for cash.
You're taking advantage of people that you don't take advantage of.
So who's behind this charity? And where's your money going?
There's no room for it. There's too many people that are doing good work.
Before you give another dime, the I-team gets answers tonight on WBZ News at 11.
Don't miss the Bach Toyota Gifts of Spring Savings event. Bach Toyota is the #1 Toyota dealer in sales in New England. Drive home a brand new Toyota Camry for just $95 per month.
Come on down.
That's right, lease a brand new Toyota Camry, America's best-selling automobile that gets 35 miles per gallon for only $95 per month.
Want a break? We'll give you a break. Spring break at Six Flags. Break the screen barrier on Mind Eraser. Break the speed limit on Bizarro. Save up to $11 with any can of Coke. Better yet, buy a 4-pack of passes, get free parking for less than $5 each per month at SixFlags.com. Offer ends soon, but you knew it would. Spring break. It's about friends. It's about thrills. It's about time. Go big. Go Six Flags. Thrill capital of New England.
One of the largest real estate firms in New England is roaring into the market with a brand new name, Lair Realty Partners.
This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by Hingham Shipyard Marina's South Shore In-Water Boat Show.
Business is booming for the makers of e-cigarettes with annual sales of more than $1 billion, but the industry is nearly unregulated, and that's about to change. Our Tara Mergener shows us the FDA is taking new steps to ensure you know what's in those popular electronic cigarettes.
The Food and Drug Administration is taking the first step toward regulating electronic cigarettes.
It's like the Wild Wild West. Companies can do anything that they want.
The battery-powered devices allow users to inhale vaporized nicotine.
We need to understand a lot more about how they're being used and what are the risks and potential benefits of e-cigarettes.
Once the FDA proposal is approved, new regulations will prohibit the sale of e-cigarettes to anyone under 18. They would be banned from vending machines, and they would carry a warning label that nicotine is addictive. Puneet Nanda, the founder of e-cigarette maker Reju, says the devices are safer than tobacco cigarettes.
I think this is a great product for people who are addicted to smoking, who just can't live without it.
But the FDA is concerned about the marketing to teens. Many anti-smoking advocates agree.
There's no reason to have a bubblegum, watermelon, e-cigarette. It's the 31 flavors of getting kids addicted to nicotine.
It could take a year or more for the new regulations to go into effect. Tara Mergener for CBS News, Washington.
John Kerry is heading back to his alma mater. The Secretary of State will give the commencement address at Boston College on May 19th. Kerry earned a law degree from the university back in 1976. He'll also receive an honorary doctorate. Well, this weekend will be historic at the Vatican. We now know Pope Benedict will attend the canonization of Pope John Paul II and Pope John the 23rd. Pope Francis will preside over Sunday's ceremony. And our own Paula Eben is traveling to the Vatican for the ceremony. You can watch her live reports right here on WBZ starting tomorrow. Well, still ahead, getting around Boston is about to get easier. How you can make sure you're on time for your next T-ride.
Sun is out, but the wind is howling. When it settles down, and a look at your weekend forecast that's coming up.
He was putting his hands on me.
Well, of course he put his hands on you, dear. You put your hands on each other.
Next, Judge Judy.
Today at 4 on WBZ-TV.
It's Anything Can Happen Thursday.
Have you ever paid for a meal?
Not with money.
With new food. This is how anything can happen Thursday turns into it won't stop coming out Friday.
And a new future?
Your spirit guides are telling me you're in a romantic relationship.
Your spirit guides are on fire.
A new Big Bang Theory.
My spirit guides can just suck an egg.
Then,
Hello, boys and girls.
pencil in an all-new Millers.
Took me a little while to get the lead out.
Can you guys not hear me?
New Millers after a new Big Bang Theory. CBS tonight.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a king of pizza, King Ron. And he wanted to share his delicious pizza with his people, but didn't know how. Until one day, the frozen pizza fairy godfather came and told him,
"Freeze your pizza and put it in supermarkets for the people to enjoy."
So he did. All 4 great kinds, cheese, onion, mushroom, and pepper and onion. And everyone lived crazy ever after. The end. Emma's Pub and Pizza, frozen pizzas. Available at your local grocer.
Toyota is #1 in value, but it gets better.
Because we give you all new stylish Toyotas. Better yet, we give you great deals with the Toyota Gifts of Spring Savings Event. Receive the lowest ever lease on a well-equipped Corolla Sport for only $117 a month with no cost maintenance included. Plus, recent and soon-to-be college grads can get an additional $750 rebate. Hurry, on May 5th, Gifts of Spring will be wrapped up. Toyota, let's go places.
Our clients absolutely expect a high level of performance and a high level of results.
We filed a complaint in Lawrence Superior Court, seek damages.
We are not about to let our clients down under any circumstances.
These are long-lasting and ongoing injuries.
Under any circumstances.
Pursuing that in a very aggressive manner.
For over 25 years, helping people who are injured through no fault of their own get what they deserve is something that I absolutely believe is worth fighting for.
Some are novices, some are triathletes, some ride for their family and friends, and some ride for themselves, but they all ride for a cause. Be a part of the fight against cancer at the 35th Pan Mass Challenge. 12 routes through 46 towns across Massachusetts. Join us in the effort to raise $40 million for research and patient care at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. The Pan Mass Challenge, August 2nd and 3rd. For more information, go to cbsboston.com/PMC.
This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by First Republic Bank.
Well, it has been months in the making. The area's second Wegmans supermarket is set to open, and while shoppers may be excited, drivers will have a tough time getting around. It is set to open on Route 9 across from Chestnut Hill Mall on Sunday. The grocery chain is working with Newton Police to help direct shoppers into the parking lot. Signs are up, warning drivers to expect delays in that area. Wegmans employees are expecting large crowds, but say congestion should ease up in just a few weeks. Getting around on the T is getting easier as well. The T's website now has real-time arrival information for buses along with red, orange, and blue line trains. Updated maps will be installed next month on all buses and trains. More countdown clocks are being added at bus terminals including Harvard, Haymarket, Kenmore, and Central Square stops. On Health Watch this noon, smoking marijuana while you're young could be setting up for some serious heart problems. The American Heart Association went back through medical data from 2006 to 2010 and found 35 reports of patients who suffered heart complications after using the drug. 9 of those people died. Sunny skies are back in Boston today, though the wind remains a big problem, and it's bringing in some very chilly temperatures, but it seems winter might not be over for all of New England. Check out this scene from the summit of Mount Washington. In the last 24 hours, they've gotten close to 6 inches of snow with a coating of ice. Hopefully, that's over here. But we never like that.
You put your guard down this time
Never
of year.
like that.
Can't
It's not,
do it.
yeah, not a good sign.
I also saw there are flurries in Franconia Notch area, which is obviously a little lower in elevation than Mount Washington. Mount Washington's 6,000 feet up. This time of the year, it's super cold. You get that stuff. But
Gives me a stomach ache. Like,
yes,
just get out of
bad memories, right? Well, we're shifting into that spring pattern, which isn't always kind to us around here. We have a nice bright day, but boy, is it gusty. Check out the picture from Fenway Park. That's where we have our weather bug camera looking out toward the monster seats. And that camera, if you look closely, is bouncing around in the wind. Just had a gust of 45 miles per hour. Wind's blowing in out of the west. So tonight at Fenway Park, it's going to be howling into the right field seats. So maybe a Big Papi gets a couple of home runs tonight. Let's hope. 53 first pitch temperature. It'll be clear, but it will stay gusty and pretty chilly too, with temperatures falling into the 40s. Dress warmly, dress appropriately at the park tonight against the Yanks. Some of the gusts around the area have exceeded 40 miles per hour. In Newburyport, we had a gust of 44. Boston, Chatham, and Taunton all gusting over 40, and Fall River had a gust of 40 miles per hour. Several reports of branches down, and even some larger trees, too, have been uprooted, causing some problems and some isolated power outages. The problem here is this area of low pressure. These are the wind flow map, and you can see the counterclockwise rotation. That tells us there's low pressure south of Nova Scotia, and it's strengthening. So we're on the backside of this low. We're getting the northwest gusts, and some of these are pretty strong. Just had one to 44 miles per hour in Nashua. Worcester just gusted to 40, Boston 39, and winds will be howling all afternoon, not settling down until this evening. Our temperatures after the chilly start have recovered pretty nicely into the lower 50s. We're going to touch 58, I think, in the city of Boston by the end of the day. But with that wind, it feels almost 10 degrees cooler. Tonight, it will feel cool everywhere. clear and cold. Suburbs down around 32. Boston's low temperature 40, wind diminishing and going nearly calm in many of those interior locations late tonight. Chilly start for you. Tomorrow morning sunrise at 5:48. Temperature at that point 40 degrees. Sunny and mild tomorrow. Probably the best day of this week, school vacation week. So get out there and enjoy it because the weather goes downhill once we hit the weekend. A few thin clouds approach in the evening. Highs inland, lower 60s. At the coastline, I expect a sea breeze to develop and knock temps back into the 50s by the end of the day. Another round of rain moves through Friday night and early Saturday morning, and this system will stall on New England. Another batch of moisture comes in the afternoon. These will be heavy downpours, kind of like what we had yesterday. There is a chance that we get a couple of rumbles in here Saturday afternoon with these chilly temperatures. Air mass very unstable this weekend. AccuWeather 7-day forecast, mostly sunny, bright and blustery this afternoon. Highs between 55 and 60. Tomorrow's a gem. Mostly sunny, 62. Showers on Saturday, a cool, raw day with a high near 50 degrees. Much drier and better on Sunday. Partial sunshine, although there still could be a passing sprinkle. And then next week, even uglier. Highs near 50, if that, especially once we get to the middle and second half of next week when a storm system approaches and delivers us some more chilly spring rain. Kate, sound appetizing.
It's terrible news, Todd. Thanks for that. A taste of spring that's simple and goes with almost every meal. We're serving up a twist on asparagus today on Tony and Steph's table.
You know, we see purple asparagus at the market, we just start to smile.
We do. I mean, how could you not smile? Look at it. It's so pretty. And the great thing about asparagus, you know, there's a couple different colors to it, and they all are a little bit more unique. And purple, I love so much because you can eat it raw. It's so sweet and tender.
And that's how you're supposed to buy it, just like this. A deep purple all the way through is very, very important. Purple asparagus is mainly on the thick side. It's not too thin like the green asparagus would be. It's more like the white asparagus. It's kind of girthy right there. And make sure it's nice and purple. You bring them home in the refrigerator right away. Now, we just shape the bottom right here.
Shape the bottom a little bit, and you notice in the pan that once you start to cook it, you lose some of that purple flavor.
Right.
Purple flavor, purple color.
Purple color.
So you can see, you know, it starts to deepen and then it turns to a nice green. And so we cooked it with cherry tomatoes because just like asparagus, you don't need to cook it too long.
No, and not only that, you don't want to add too much stuff to this dish. Asparagus and tomatoes and olive oil is all you need, a little salt and pepper.
Yep.
And Steph, I think that's about cooked.
Yep, they're nice and soft, nice and tender. And colors on us.
Pepper, thank you. Pepper, this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plate this now.
This is a great vegetable side dish. It's very easy to prepare. It goes great with any protein.
And then,
especially steak. This would be great with steak.
Then we're just going to put the tomatoes right on top.
Yep.
Just like this.
How beautiful is
that?
that?
Nice little sauce that is on there. Perfect.
That's so pretty.
Beautiful.
It's in springtime.
The simplest things are sometimes the best things. Thank you, Bella. Enjoy.
Well, she is a bouncing bundle of joy. A big bundle. The amazing arrival at one local hospital. And here's a look at what's hot on our website, cbsboston.com, right now.
Tony Tantillo, brought to you by Colavita, America's #1 selling Italian extra virgin olive oil.
They helped shape the Catholic Church. Now, the honor of sainthood. Paula Eben is live in the Vatican for the historic event, the canonization of the popes. Live reports starting Friday at 5 on WBZ-TV.
I'm David Wade. I'm Kate Merrill. Tomorrow morning on WBZ, the website helping you track down the fashions you want, saving money and time. A weekend traffic alert where you'll want to avoid.
And a wet weekend forecast. It's tomorrow starting at 4:30.
Here's your Peabody Essex Museum Arts Update. See what's on display this week. Celebrate the innovation of modern design with more than 200 examples of California's shaping material culture. Only at the Peabody Essex Museum in Salem, where art and culture meet.
Traditions are alive and well in the north end of Boston, like coming home for Prince Spaghetti Day. For over 100 years, Prince and families like Anthony's have been making great pasta and wonderful memories. So come home to the pasta that was born in Boston. Come home to Prince, especially on Wednesday, Prince Spaghetti Day.
Seasons change, and so do styles. What never changes is the untouchable value at My Bob's Discount Furniture.
Dining table with real marble and 6 chairs, only $7.99.
In regular or pub height.
In light or dark marble.
Still only $7.99 per set.
Or a square table in pub or regular height.
Only $7.99 per set. Thanks to you, My Bob's is 50 stores strong and growing stronger every day.
Kia buyers always get technology and styling. At Ron Bouchard, you also get a great deal. Lease a 2014 Kia Optima LX for only $199 a month with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. We promise there's no deal like a Ron Bouchard's deal in Lancaster.
Sunrise to sunset. Get the kids out of bed, fed, dressed, and off to school. Then there's that little thing we call work. It's 2 full days for the price of 1. And all the while, bills have to be paid, college funds started, and someday, retirement. Bank with Marlboro Savings and get the help you need with the phone call from your personal banker on the other end. Marlboro Savings, making your day a great day. Find us at agreatbank.com or stop by.
Congratulations to all the winners. Together, we finish the race. WBZ-TV, proud to be your official home for the Boston Marathon.
This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by the Central Mass and North Shore Home Shows.
A big, very big surprise for one Burlington couple. Their new little bundle of joy, not so little. Little Carissa came into the world weighing 14 pounds, 5 ounces. Yes, Todd, 14 pounds, 5 ounces. Quite the shock for her parents, who say 3 weeks before the planned C-section, doctor said the baby was about 11 pounds.
Everyone in the operating room was like, oh my God, look at the size of this baby. They're like, let's get her on the scale. What does she weigh? And nobody could believe it. People were like, we need to check the records. This could be the biggest baby we've ever seen here.
But, in fact, it's not the biggest baby ever at Mass General. She is the largest, though, in the past 12 years. Both mom and baby are doing great. They're expected to head home tomorrow. Some credit cards can offer great rewards if you know how to take advantage of them. Coming up today at 5 o'clock, a new way to maximize your reward points so that you can book a dream vacation without the hassle. That mother needs a dream vacation after what she just went through.
How many swaddle blankets do you think were wrapped around Clarissa there?
Couple.
There are at least 2.
Yeah, right.
At least.
That baby is in size 3 diapers already.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, it is a rock and roll kind of day outside, Todd, right
Yeah,
now.
wind howling. We've got some live pictures for you here, looking back at the city of Boston. Pretty day, but that wind is gusty. We have gusts over 40 miles per hour, and it's going to bounce you around a little bit this afternoon. The wind settles down tonight, and we finish up the week strong. Beautiful Friday, mostly sunny skies, highs in the lower 60s. Weekend not looking so great. Sunday better than Saturday. Saturday, wet weather, chilly temperatures, and a little brighter for Sunday.
I think you should just stop the forecast at Friday.
Let's stop there.
All right, let's stop there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Our next newscast today at 5 o'clock.